roadkill?
Best ice cream ever.
Great. The happy man. You got ice
Sloth.
cream in your beard.
Sloth.
This is our friend Sloth, and he's been hauling us around, bringing us ice cream and the ice water.
A labor of love.
I love it. How long have you been doing trail magic, Sloth?
Oh, off and on. Well, started about 20 years ago, but or a little longer, but not consistently. But Dreama said, "You better help them girls."
So you were forced.
Yes.
Thank you, Dreama.
It's peer pressure.
Oh.
Thanks, Dreama.
Thanks, Dreama.
Thank you, Sloth.
Thank you for keeping us out of the rain.
Mountain thought of the day, by the way. Wheezie and I have a GPS app called Gut Hooks that shows us where we are on the trail, and a few times we've gone the wrong way and we've used it to figure out if we're on the trail or not on the trail and to get back to it. And I was thinking about my own personal GPS, and I'll say GPS in this case really would be like guiding principles system. How do you like that? Guiding principles system, GPS. And one of my guiding principles is most everything, I believe, can be resolved through communication. I say it a lot. I've said it a lot to members of my team. I've just said it a lot in my life. And so I'm a firm believer in it. And yet, sometimes I get a little lost. I get off course. And it's like on the trail, when we first get off on the wrong, heading in the wrong direction, we don't notice it right away. If we noticed it, we wouldn't be lost. We just start going, and then pretty soon we're like, oh, something's wrong, this doesn't look right, or I don't see a white blaze. And I would say in, my world of feelings or emotion, whatever, it would be like something doesn't feel right. Something's off. I'm getting annoyed or unmotivated or some kind of emotion that seems or feels negative. And I would say typically when that happens, I haven't followed my GPS, my guiding principles. And I think that to the degree in which it becomes it's like a little problem or a big problem is how long you let it go. Like, how long did you walk on the wrong trail before you realized that you weren't on the trail? And how you get back, or how long it takes you to get back, is going to be directly related to how far off course you got. So if you can course correct quickly, not a big deal. And if you don't course correct quickly, things get worse. And so I'm thinking about this because recently I was feeling this need for just some personal time, some space, and it doesn't have to do with Wheezie, it doesn't have to do with anybody but myself and my own needs. And in this environment, if you're traveling with someone on the AT, you're with them 24/7. And we're not with people 24/7 in our normal life. Even you're married or you have kids, But in this environment, it's 24/7. You know, you're hiking together, you're sleeping in the same tent, getting the hotel rooms together because that makes financial sense. But really, like when I started to feel the need to just have a little bit of space for a little bit of time, all I needed to do is say that. Communicate that. Follow my GPS, my guiding principles. Resolution through communication. But I didn't. I didn't say it for a number of reasons. And so it, you know, I got more and more off course, more and more like lost and wondering like, what am I doing out here and can I handle it? And finally, in a moment of complete overwhelmment, in a shelter, which already I don't enjoy, in the rain, 3 more people piled in, and there wasn't really enough room for them, but we needed to make room because it was raining. And I just, that was like the straw of like lack of space or privacy. And I just turned to Wheezie and said, when we get to the hotel, when we get to the room or to the town, I'm getting my own room. And she was like, okay.
What did I do?
Yeah. And of course she jumps to, it's her. I was quick to say, has nothing to do with you. Isn't about you. It's about me. It's about my needs. But I'd gotten so far, of course, that I didn't communicate well in that moment. I just kind of shat out of my mouth. Blah. That's not good. Later, we were able to talk like the next day, and I was able to express myself more maturely. And it's fine, and she's fine, and I'm sure enjoyed her time in her own room, by the way. Yeah. You know, so we don't need that. Maybe you know what your guiding principles are. Maybe you've thought a lot about that, and you really try to live your life by your guiding principles and notice when you're not and course correct. Or maybe you've never really thought about it, but if you just spent a little time thinking about it, you would realize that you do have guiding principles. You've just never really taken the time to note it mentally or in writing or whatever. So, I don't know, something to think about. I think that the first way of knowing that you're off course is when you start going negative, feeling annoyed, frustrated, angry, sad, whatever, some kind of emotion that would be considered negative. And then just look and see, like, is there something happening here where I'm not aligned with my guiding principles? I think our first instinct is to blame other people when we're feeling those emotions. Like, what is so-and-so doing or they're doing or stuff out of your control? But it's not. It's just not. It's you. Even if someone else is doing something, if you haven't communicated your needs or preferences or taken yourself out of that situation or whatever, it's still you. The finger has to go back this way. Only power you have is the power to control yourself. Told us that the mountain we're climbing today, I believe he said it's called Forester Mountain, he's seen the most amount of bears on this section of trail of any other section of trail he's hiked. So, and the rumor is that they'll take the problem bears out of the Smokies and drop them into this area. So Wheezie and I are somewhat hiking with Gray and Roadkill today. Roadkill's a big guy. He's a big guy, big beefy dude. And I thought, well, you know, at least we're with those guys if we are going to go into a big bear area.
Problem bear area.
So we get about 3 minutes into our hike today, and Roadkill's first, and then Gray, and then me, and then Wheezie. Roadkill stops. He goes, "Oh, look, it's a turtle. It just hissed at me." It was a little box turtle like Wheezie and I saw before. And Gray says, "Oh, pick it up. I'll take your picture." And Roadkill goes, I'm scared of stuff like that. 100% serious. I'm scared of stuff like that.
Box turtle.
Box turtle.
People have them as pets.
Ooh. He's supposed to be our protector in bear country, or so Wheezie and I just sort of assumed. Again, we didn't communicate it. We just sort of thought.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. But unfortunately, he's afraid of turtles. So we'll let y'all know how the rest of this goes.
If we have a malfunction, squash the guillotine. This is called the guillotine. Should be called the smasher, don't you think? It's not really like gonna cut your head off, it's just gonna smush you. I feel pretty confident about making it since many before us have. I believe this road is the Blue Ridge Parkway. So beautiful.
Wheezie and I finished the trail. We're gonna create new bumper stickers for Virginia because we've changed the state slogan from Virginia is for lovers to Virginia is for rocks.
Rocks and rocks and rocks.
Rocks and rocks and rocks and rocks and rocks.
Not Virginia rocks.
The rocks of Virginia. There are a lot. I don't think I've seen any lovers.
Lots of rocks.
Maybe they're not on the AT. Maybe there are lots of lovers out there. But there would have to be untold numbers of lovers in Virginia for it to be more than the number of rocks. So I think our idea is good. Change the slogan. Virginia is
For rocks.
for rocks.
Big rocks, little rocks, fat rocks, round rocks, thin rocks, sharp rocks, smooth rocks. Rocks. Oh. We just saw a sign that said ice cream to the right on the trail.
Oh my God.
Look what we're coming up on. What the heck?
Talking about ice cream.
We were.
See how that works?
Yeah. The trail provide. Look at all the butterflies at your place.
Oh, yeah, well,
Now I see them.
Amazing.
Now that you're sitting still.
Thank you very much.
Look at all those butterflies.
yeah, well, you know, that's because I peed over there.
Did you peed over there?
Yeah,
You just took all the romanticism out of that.
I know. But so you know.
What's your name?
Oh, now then. Sorry. Onesimus.
Onesimus?
Yeah. Onesimus.
Onesimus.
That's a slave in the Bible that escaped, and I got the escaper, and I escaped
nice.
the world, and I've been doing this for 7 years, up and down the trail.
And you're an angel.
Yes.
Trail angel.
I just came from a run, that's why I'm half naked over
So
here.
That's all right.
I
You
met
have
him
ice
right.
cream.
He was
Lefty.
super going up. Yeah, lefty. He was
I'm
going-
surprised he even saw you.
He caught me on the trail and brought me back.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he passed out. Yeah, I'm in the middle of the woods with a passed out dog.
Oh, your dog.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a person.
Oh.
Wow.
I know. Now it's worse.
Yeah.
I think that's even sadder. Like.
Look at all these butterflies.
Had water in it, I think. So he was carrying it like glass. But those big old
Wheezie,
Yes,
you have a new friend.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It better be light or it's not going to stay on.
Well, at night, because it's
Fly, butterfly, fly. Butterfly, fly. Butterfly, fly. Fly, butterfly, fly.
That's a good song.
Butterfly, fly. I made it up. I just wrote it.
I like first verse.
Fly, butterfly, fly.
I've been thinking about the ups and downs of the mountain. We always want to know, or is it up or is it down? The ups present a challenge physically, strain, and the downs, depending on the steepness, provide an opportunity to move a little bit quicker, kind of look forward to those unless they're real steep. But I was thinking about how that relates to life and how we can be really resistant to the ups. Like I feel resistant a lot to the ups of the mountains sometimes. Oh, I don't want to do that right now. But the ups are the things that have created more strength in my body, allowing me to develop more cardio strength and muscle strength to handle the bigger ups along the way. And there have been many. If everything had been a downhill, I wouldn't have been prepared or strengthened for the uphills. And just like in the downhills, I was thinking about how, you know, it's like when you give a child everything that they want. And your intentions may be good. You don't want them to struggle. You want them to have the things you didn't have. But if they didn't earn it, work for it, then when they are presented with a challenge or they're presented with a time that they don't get exactly what they want when they want it, they don't know how to deal with it because they don't have the emotional muscle strength to deal with it. We can label the things as like good or bad, uphill bad, downhill good. But yoga actually teaches us that a thing is neither good nor bad. A thing is a thing. What makes it good or bad is our judgment of it, our perspective or our perception of it, our thinking about it makes it one or the other. But nothing is all good or all bad. It's all of it. And so sometimes it's easy to feel like nothing's going my way, or the universe must not want this for me, or I'm getting a message that I shouldn't go this direction because it's too hard. Maybe it's not that you're not meant to go in that direction because it's too hard. Maybe you're meant to go in that direction because it is hard, and it's preparing you for what's coming ahead, preparing you to have all the things that you say that you want, to do all the things that you want to do, and to be able to have the mental, emotional, and physical fortitude to do them. So I'm practicing right now because I did have a rough week last week, and I was feeling really exhausted and just on a downer. And I am now trying to practice the idea of acceptance, which is one of the reasons I came out here. Accepting that the things that are hard are making me stronger. The things I don't want to deal with are not obstacles I can't move, but obstacles that I need to move through in order to get stronger and stronger in all ways. So, ups and downs on the mountain, ups and downs in life. That's it. That's how it goes. Nothing's all good, nothing's all bad. How we look at it determines what we believe that it is. But a thing is just a thing. A mountain is a mountain. It's not there to piss you off.